A blessed Sunday, my dear friends. This is Vani Ocampo, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. You know, over the years, I've been a ninang, a godmother to almost 50 couples already. And that means at weddings, I'm almost always seated at the principal sponsor's table. It's usually near the bride and groom, definitely a place of honor. But that got me thinking, how do we feel when we walk into a room and it's not clear where to sit? Maybe at a wedding, a seminar, or even in church. You see the important you see already the important seats, then you wonder, should I go there or just stay in the back? In today's gospel, Jesus watches people do exactly that, choosing the best seats at a banquet. Then he tells them the parable of the wedding feast, where in verse 11, Jesus said, "Those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Those words are Jesus's core principle about humility. Humility, take note, is not about putting yourself down or pretending you're not gifted. It's in fact knowing who you are in God's eyes and letting Him be the one to lift you up. Humility means recognizing our dependence on God. You know, last week during my morning prayer, I came across a phrase that struck me: humble confidence. Humble confidence means relying on God's strength and giving Him the glory for our every success. My friend, I've learned that the hard way. When I push myself to chase recognition and achievement, I end up drained and stressed. But every time I start my day seeking the Lord in prayer, when I serve Him quietly in the background, God has a way of honoring me in ways that I never planned. And when I let God take the front seat of my life, I recognize Him more and more as the director, the guide, the guard, and the deliverer of my life. And that's the heart of the next lesson in today's gospel. Real greatness in God is not measured by position we hold or how prominent our place is, but by how we love. And Jesus highlighted that in verse 13. When you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind. In other words, love and serve without expecting anything in return. That's not easy in a world where you help me, I help you. But Jesus calls us to give without keeping score. So today we can choose to serve, whether a friend, a co-worker, your own family, even when there is no thank you, no applause, and nothing in return. Anyway, my friend, God sees, and His reward isn't here on earth, it's in heaven. Trust that in God's banquet, there's always a place of honor for the humble and the righteous. Thank you for listening to this short reflection. Be a hope giver and a digital missionary by clicking the share button. Thank you, and God bless you.